Line up, you f***ing nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The Moneyline.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Moneyline. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday night. Depending where you're at, it might be an early Thursday morning. AJ and the Finch Man. The Finch Man, come on stage, my man. I know you guys been waiting for the in-person show, so Finch, come on out, bro. Finch, where's he at? He's not here. He's right there.
Hey, yo, the fans are so disappointed. AJ, when I was flying home, I swear I flew over your house, okay? It was like we were flying right over. I shouldn't say the town you live in, right?
You can say Tampa, though.
I'm looking at Tampa area. I'm looking on the map, right? And I see the planes going right over it. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to parachute down. I'm going to land in his fucking front yard. Knock, knock, knock. Mama, Mama AJ, let me in. She's my mom now. It's your.
Let's go.
I'm living with you now. I was just gonna jump right onto the show, bro. But,
that's funny as hell.
I couldn't. I didn't want to rip open that door. They've been having enough aviation issues. No, guys, I was over in Florida. Can you guys tell? Look at my fucking burnt ass head.
You do look
tan. His
Finch.
camera was messed up. This is really how messed up I am. I'm hiding the burnt arms, but yeah, I got roasted. Little Universal Studios, a little time with the family, and they got us in late. So AJ and I's only time I could do it is Saturday night. So thanks to Orlando Airport for stranding us at terminal whatever with the tram car down. That was awesome. So listen, folks, it's not happening yet, but we're building anticipation. Okay,
We've gotten close.
This is the weave, okay? We're going to get to the in-person show, and when it happens, it's going to be fucking fantastic.
It is. It is. Eventually, it's going to happen, as it should. It wasn't destined for this past week. It wasn't destined for us to break down UFC London in person. It just wasn't God's plan, It wasn't the universe's plan. It wasn't. But you know what the plan, Finch, is? A savage breakdown tonight at midnight for me. I know it's a little earlier for you. We're going to do a badass show.
You know what God's plan was? 5-1 Carlos Vera submitting Mousasi. I told you, motherfuckers. Everybody who was over in the premium channel got that play. I gave out a 5.5-1 dog, and he fucking wins by submission. Okay, Sam Patterson the week before. We got Mousasi this week. When I'm on a 5-1 dog, perk up. Premium channel, folks. Come see your boy.
Let's go. Finch man on point. Called him the fucking savage, man. Last card for me, I felt like I got knocked out in the first round, to be honest, about how things went last week, my man.
Yo, it's all good. No one called that shit. I did, all right? It's because I don't listen. I don't follow anybody else's picks, right? I hear them. I actually like to hear them. I like to hear what AJ says and all that. They could bring up something that I haven't thought about. However, I make my own picks, all right? Thank you, Fernandov. That's even more of a compliment. I definitely, I'm on a lock streak. AJ, that was 6 weeks in a row my lock is hit.
That's good. That's good, bro. My lock crashed, bro. The dog lock.
You tried to put me on span, you motherfucker. I said, where's Waldo? And you know what? You stressed me out with the span. You stressed me out for no fucking reason.
You know what, man? The Ryan Spann heavyweight era was very short-lived. Yeah, one good combination early, though. I was excited. I'm thinking to myself, yo, he's got a chance. And then shit just fell apart. So it is what it is, man. Where's Waldo, the legit heavyweight?
Alex Fernandes.
That was a fucking bull. That could have went either way. Come on. It's not like that decision could have went either way. I feel like that was close.
Bro, I was with the family. I don't know. Oh, that was Saturday night. What am I saying? I was stuck at the airport. I didn't even watch it yet.
You know what? It was competitive. It wasn't a blowout. I'll be honest. If it was a 29-28 the other way, I don't think people would have been shocked. But either way, we get back on the fucking horse and we ride for savagery this week. And I'm damn excited for UFC London. I'm happy to have the Finch man here. I know that the people, holy shit, been asking like crazy, where the hell is Finch at? When are we doing the show? I said, don't worry, it's coming Wednesday night. And here we are. We're going to break down this card. We're not going to do a recap for last card. You know what happened? Fucking Kutateladze. It is. Do we want to sit and fucking talk about it for 20 minutes? No. I want to talk about this card. It's Wednesday. We're not thinking about that card anymore. We're going to get right into things. Savage Mode USA in this hoe. We'll start it off with fight number 1 on UFC London. Kutateladze versus Kauê Fernandes. Now, I'm pretty sure by this point, everybody knows my pick. It's been Garam. He's a bit of a chalky favorite, but I feel like his striking, it's good. I know it kind of gets shit on because Vucenic dropped him, and he's had moments of lapse like against Elves Brenner. But I feel as though Garam can secure a hard-fought decision, especially if he mixes in some grappling here with Fernandes. But Finch, I am very excited to hear your take on this one.
I mean, slight lean Fernandes, but I could.
Whoa.
Interested if he could take him down. The striking should be competitive. I could see Fernandes having some moments with him striking. But yeah, I think it's about whether or not Garam could be a full MMA fighter. You know, in his last one, he lost the first just to come back second and third. His conditioning's excellent. But I think that Fernandes is a little more talented on the feet, man. So I did see the odds for this one, unfortunately. I don't want that to influence my pick too much here because it is a close fight. Probably is a good fight. But I'm going to go against you, man. I'm going to go Fernandes.
I respect the Fernandes savage dog call to start the night off. I just worry, though. Can he stop Garam's takedown pressure?
Maybe not.
Right. How does he deal in round 3? Garam, say what you want. The gas tank looked pretty good last time. With Kauê Fernandes, he's kind of in an unknown faction, right? He has a close fight with Mark Casey that he loses in a debut, and Mark's okay. And then fights Muhammad Yahya and destroys him. But Muhammad Yahya is also pretty bad, right? He's not necessarily UFC level, to be real. Garam was supposed to be a contender. I mean, by this point, when Garam made his debut, the hype on Garam was crazy. And it's like, you felt like this guy was destined to be in the top 15. He has definitely not lived up to expectations.
Right.
He's been in the UFC for a while now. 4 fights across 4 years. This is going to be his 5th. 2-2 in the UFC. I mean, has that Mateusz Gamrot win, but that was ultimately kind of a controversial decision. And then Demir's Magulov fight, he ends up losing a split decision, but he could have got that one. Then the following matchup, Elves Brenner ends up beating him, which was a nice upset. Garam gets TKO'd. He kind of broke in that fight. And then the follow-up against Vucenic, he struggles a lot in round 1 and then comes on strong late. I'm going to say that he can come on strong late. This fight will look closer than, you know, the minus 450 tag will have you believing. But ultimately, I am going to stick with the Garam side of history. I think his striking's pretty good. He does have nice Muay Thai. I do feel like Kauê's with that, you know, slanted stance, that karate-esque style is really fun. And, you know, I'm not overconfident on Garam's chin at this point, but I'll say his UFC experience, or I don't know, just grit maybe, and gas tank can kind of get him a difficult win over the 3 rounds.
Yeah, I don't love the lack of activity for him. One fight a year not being awesome, but it really is about the takedown. I mean, Kai Fernandes from Nova União, generally solid jiu-jitsu and decent takedown defense, actually. Normally, so that's really the question for me, because if he could defend takedowns, he just needs 2 out of 3 rounds. I do think this one goes long as well.
I think going distance, likely odds, ugly, minus 450 for Garam. Kauê at plus 350 as the dog. Over 2.5 rounds at minus 175 if you think it's going to get into the latest stage. Yeah, this just seems like a wild first fight of the night. It's just, you know, odds-wise, if Garam was like minus 175, minus 200, I'd be more intrigued or tempted, right, to try and make a play. But seeing a minus 450 tag, there's minimal value here. If you want to parlay, it is a possibility, but I don't love it. And Finch is going Kauê Fernandes, who's a big dog. Maybe he's the guy to play. The kid definitely has some upside for sure. 30 years old in his prime, absolutely. Going to be a little shorter, but has the inch reach advantage and the better striker from long range. But the prediction for me is going to be Garam decision. Finch, method of victory. You lean in that decision side for
yeah,
Kauê
I
as
think
well?
Fernandes can get 2 out of 3 rounds. He likes to put people away, but I trust in the gas tank of Fernandes to, of Garam Kutateladze to be able to kind of weather a storm, get right back into the fight, stay grinding with the wrestling. There's a chance he gets chin checked though. I think Fernandes is a better striker. I think it's going to be a problem.
Let's go. Finch, man, going Fernandes. I'm going Garam. We're on the opposite sides of the first fight of the night, bro. And let's keep running up. Fight number 2, we have Colin Loughran versus Nathan Fletcher. I'm picking Nathan Fletcher, and I actually really like his chances. They're running it back. They did this fight many years ago as amateurs, and I kind of envision a similar matchup. Nathan Fletcher was the better wrestler that night and had slightly better jiu-jitsu. Loughran was difficult to control and deal with, but still ultimately lost majority of the fight. And now I look at the evolution of Loughran's game. His striking is decent, but at times I feel like he has kind of that Artem Lobov T-Rex style, just has shorter arms. Okay, little flurries in close range. I wouldn't say he's a sniper by any means. More of a boxer on the inside that can rip some punches together. On the opposite side, Fletcher, I would call a pretty high quality grappling prospect. Good takedown ability, good control from top. Now, he was reversed by Ramashka last time. Was able to dominate that second round. When things get going, I think Fletcher looks better, like in the second and third round. I feel as though Loughran is pretty physically strong, but Nathan Fletcher, I think, is more technically proficient in the grappling. The fact that I don't rate Loughran's hands all that high, I believe that Fletcher will be okay in the striking department and probably land some key takedowns and make this fight look similar to their amateur fight, just, you know, more development in both guys. I'll say Fletcher beats him on the cards, gets him again. Possibility of a sub, but, you know, not going to go running chasing, because Loughran, you got that short, stocky, jacked build. I think he will be hard to tap.
I mean, it's just so hard to get past that performance Loughran had against Jake Hadley. It was so bad, bro.
It was bad.
It was so bad.
He got really mollywopped by Jake Hadley pretty bad.
Like, dude, he could not track down Jake Hadley. It was crazy. It was like he just could not adjust. You know, he's just, you know, some people are a Swiss Army knife and then some people are just a stick. And he had no options. There was no getting to the Phillips. Okay. He was only flathead. And so it was just, I mean, how do you not cut the guy off? How do you not, like, I'm like yelling at my TV. It was so frustrating, you know? So I can't trust you can't trust a bet on him. Can't trust his game. You know, especially against a Fletcher who's well-rounded, who he's fought before, who's, you know, able to offer problems everywhere. I'm going to go with the guy with the better fight IQ, you know, and I've got to fade Loughran.
Loughran technically is the proper.
Yeah,
Loughran.
Is that how the Irish do it? Where is the K? Where is the K? I don't see a K. But I'm gonna have to fade him until he shows me something different, man. That's how bad that fight was.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And Fletcher coming down back to bantamweight after doing Ultimate Fighter at 45 and his debut at 45, and he looks strong. I think the kid's talented. I like his grappling a lot. I feel like he's coming into a flow state. Seems to have trending potential. Seems to have a slight edge already over Loughran, beating him many years ago. Bro, Fletcher for the W, bro. Now, the odds are close, bro. Almost even money. -112, Fletcher. Loughran -108. I'm hard pressed to envision anybody, you know, says to themselves, bro, I'm throwing down Colin Loughran confidently. I just have a hard time with a thought there. I could see somebody picking him maybe on the what if factor. He stops takedowns, he lands bigger shots, but I feel like Fletcher is just a better fighter. I think he's got better technique. He's a little bigger too. He beat him before. I like the chances, man. I think Fletcher wins unless Loughran makes some major changes to his game, which I think is relatively unlikely at this point. I mean, sure, he can get better, but I don't think he's going to come out a different fighter. I think he loses.
I mean, I wrote down Loughran is the basic out of the factory, right? Basic out of the factory stock, right? And so if he fights like that, it's just so easy to beat him in a decision. You got to have a little more activity. His takedowns are all right, but they're pretty much just on the fence. I think Fletcher's takedown defense is good enough for that. And then, on the feet, just being a little more dynamic, having a decent output should get you there. And you mentioned the T-Rex arms. It's like play green zone, explode in on him. He's too beatable, bro. Yeah, I got Fletcher too.
Fletcher for the W at almost even money. Where you can find the big plus side of things is Fletcher by sub at plus 525, but there is a real possibility of decision at plus 165. But the money line is quite playable, and I like Nathan Fletcher. I'd say he's a confident pick for me. I think he's got a real good chance to beat Loughran. I think it's a mix of two things, which I like. It's the fact that I believe that Fletcher is a talented fighter who's developing with a already skill set that seems slightly better than where Loughran showcased himself prior, and the fact that Loughran looked awful last fight. And I just don't have too much hype on the kid at all. So yeah, I think Fletcher beats him for a second time.
Stock Honda Civic, you got it. Ali, are me and Fletcher related? I look like at least one fighter on every card. You ever notice that? I look at least
somebody
like one fighter on every card somehow related to. Yeah, it's my cousin, bro. That's why I picked him.
Let's go. Shout out to Finch's cousin, Fletcher, Finch, Nathan, Finch, Fletcher for the W. We're riding with that side, and I think victory is imminent on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. Next fight. We got the ladies going after it here. Shauna Bannon versus Puja Tomar. Finch, you're going to carry for this one. And tell me what you think about this fight. I ain't going in first. You talk about this shit.
I think absolute lock. This goes 3 rounds, right?
I think so.
3 rounds. They got to go 3 rounds.
Tomar subs her in round
Bannon
1.
With some Kim Kardashian lips. What are those? What the fuck? What kind of Botox shit we got going on over? I don't even want to hate. I ain't trying to do.
She's a nice lady. She's a nice lady.
Not even talking about Shauna Bannon, whatever. But how many of these girls out here with this Botox, bro? They gotta chill on this Botox.
It starts now. It's trendy to start at 23, 24. And then by the time you're 30, shit's looking something out of a comedy. I'm telling you, I know about it.
Face is perfect at 23, 24.
I know.
There's nothing anybody needs to do to their face, right? And there's nothing a 30-year-old needs to do to their face, right?
Say save it for 50.
My face fucked up. Like I don't fuck with your face.
I know.
I
got a nose job though, Finch. You didn't know?
I
used to have the schnoz like Ankalaev, my man. No, I did, bro. I used to have the fucking horn like that. I look like a fucking gremlin, bro.
This is
I'm telling you.
This is
I'm telling you. I'll have to find you a picture from many years ago.
I'm saying, like, there's an old Bill Burr joke, right? It's like, would you rather look 60 or would you rather look like a 25-year-old lizard?
I'd rather look 60.
That's what these people do to their face. What the fuck is going on? Nothing against nothing against any of these fighters on screen. Anyway,
they're offended.
You want me to talk about the fight?
I want to hear a breakdown, Finch. Man.
Look, these girls are eking out decisions. Like this is not like my Indian female here, Tomar. Her takedown defense is not good enough for me to bet on her. And with Bannon, it's like that record's super padded. 6-1.
Yeah.
It's not against real competition. So how do I go out here and bet on this fight? You don't.
Yeah.
If anything, you look at the under overs, and I'm sure the over's priced out anyway. So I'll go with Bannon and the fact that she could hit some takedowns on a subpar wrestler.
I'm going to say Bannon can even win in the striking exchanges because of her length. And I feel like she's pretty quick. Tomar's got a little thud in her shots with those wild punches, but I am not impressed by the performance of Tomar or Bannon. To be honest, I'd probably fade both of them like the Black Plague in any other style of matchup. But I guess this weekend we got to pick one of them. I, have to say Bannon decision, -160 to win. Money line, not great. Over 2.5, -550. Bannon by decision, -1. I'm not doing it, bro. I just stay the hell away from this fight.
No.
Shout out to Wavy too. He dropped us a donor.
Hey!
Forgot. I didn't forget, but I didn't mention it right away, man.
I'm
sorry, Wavy, bro. I didn't mean to disrespect you, bro.
Wavy, that was my bad attempt at a wave. Okay, just like.
Well, why are you waving at him like that? You're making him uncomfortable, bro.
Sorry, Wavy. Thank you, Wavy. We appreciate the 5, man.
Let's go, Wavy. We appreciate you always, dog. Thank you, dog. I feel like this is one of those fights like you just chill on the sidelines. You could go for that over. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, all right, -550 though. Why would I even put it on? What am I gonna do with it? What's the fun in that? there's nothing for me to gain. I feel like there's everything to risk. Somehow Bannon locks her up in a rear naked choke. Something weird happens on the ground between two low-level girls. Fuck no, I'm staying on the sidelines, Finch, man.
Yeah,
I'm chilling from the outside.
You know who shouldn't stay on the sidelines? We got 256 people up here live, less than 75 likes. What the fuck is going on? If you ain't dropping wavy donos, I at least need a like up in this motherfucker. All right? Can we get some support?
Right.
50% of y'all to like this. Thank you.
I agree with that. I actually completely agree. Finch, I was looking through my computer to see if I had an old picture of my schnoz. I don't know if I'll find it, but I'm looking through. I'm telling you, Finch, this is no lies detected. I'm telling you. Let me find it.
You got your schnoz chop? Nah, he's gonna find some Halloween costume he fucking did.
I don't got no. What are you talking about? There's no Halloween costume, Finch. I'm telling you, you're gonna see in 5 minutes. Let me see. I think I got it.
Halloween costumes too, bro. I got a bunch.
Never Halloween.
What
are you talking about Halloween?
I was Two-Face.
Yeah,
Batman, you know, my girl was Poison Ivy.
That's pretty cool.
We've done, bro. When I was Anakin Skywalker last year, I
told
you guys, I was on Main Street in Huntington Beach. We had a car full of girls screaming, screaming out the car. My lightsaber's legit, and that ain't even a dick joke. I got a legit lightsaber over there. It's a kyber crystal. It'll cut a body in half. Okay.
Dude, what do you think about real lightsabers? You think it's a possibility that it happens at some point?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I have this picture, by the way, Finch. This is me 5-6 years ago.
You about to fucking throw it up?
I'm about to bring it up on screen. Let me grab it. Give me a second. Dude, Finch doesn't believe I got a nose job 5-6 years ago. I told him I had the Ankalaev schnoz when I was younger.
Bullshit comedy are we about to see?
I'm telling you, it's real. What are you talking about? I got it right here. Fuck off, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is the EV. This is AJ with the EV.
That was me from Dagestan, my brother. This is before I got the surgery.
Davidoev. AJ Davidoev.
They did a nice job. It changed everything for me.
Fucking rat. Fucking rats, these guys. Oh, my God. That's AJ Khaled right there. That's AJ Helwani, motherfucker. That's
yo. You know whose nose that was that I cropped out to make that?
Go ahead.
Take a guess.
Whose nose was that? I said Ariel. I went for Ariel's.
It was Ankalaev's, bro.
Yo, I said EV. I had it.
Oh shit, you had it, bro. That was amazing. All right. For the ladies fight, I had to bring some entertainment in a different way, bro.
I knew he was pulling some bullshit up.
I was.
I knew it was cap.
I was. All right, yeah. The pick is Bannon. I'd say she wins some key exchanges. Maybe she wrestles her. We're moving on. Okay, we're moving on to bigger and better fights, to bigger and better things. Let's jump to the next fight on the card. We got Andrey Pulyaev versus Christian Leroy Duncan, man. Listen, I feel like the pick has got to be Leroy Duncan to outwork him. More UFC experience, 5 fights in the UFC now. Good athleticism, good striking flow. You guys are cracking me up over here. I think you could potentially wrestle him up. Pulyaev's good when he's on the offensive and has a big advantage. He looks slick, but I feel like on the back foot, he'll struggle a bit. I feel like you get outworked and outmuscled. I think Leroy Duncan takes home a win against, a tough Russian, but a guy's not proven at a high level yet.
Yo, these are too good, bro. I cannot. Send him 2-3 months to Dagestan. Forget.
If I look like that, I'd be in Dagestan right now.
In Dagestan, forget
Dagestan, brother.
Yo, you'd fit right in, man.
I fit right in, bro.
You would absolutely fit right in. I don't know. Duncan knocks him out, I guess. I don't know. Should I look deeper into Pulyaev? I mean, I'm pretty impressed by Duncan. Duncan's athleticism is great. He's a fucking finisher. He puts everybody out. Let's see, 8 knockouts, 1 submission, 1 decision. This ain't RoboCop in front of him, RoboCop's a big problem. Did you like Pulyaev on Contender Series? I got to watch this Liam Anderson fight, actually.
I mean, I liked him on Contender Series, but I would like him against a debuting guy. Leroy Duncan's dipping his toes in the water already against guys that are pretty good, like RoboCop. And I think that, he's getting better. It's his RoboCop's hits so hard and he backs you up and he's got grappling. So it was kind of just a real rough matchup for the young Leroy Duncan. But against Pulyaev, who hasn't fought at that level, he does have a TKO loss a while back. He kind of got broken against this Dagestani kickboxer, and he was getting put on the back foot, and he seemed really uncomfortable. That guy's good, though. You're supposed to fight on Contender Series 2 a couple years ago, but it just never came to fruition. But I feel as though I have to favor Christian Leroy Duncan to start coming into his own. He's a talented fighter, and I think he can win this fight.
Yeah, 100%. And especially because we're across the pond. Home turf advantage too. The Claudio Ribeiro win was nice. Dennis Tulin. I mean, he's shown, he's pretty fucking talented. We'll go Duncan with a knockout.
I like Duncan to pull through. I think KO is a possibility. Moneyline is hideous, bro. Minus 550. It's uglier than that picture of me with the schnoz. Pulyaev plus 420. And dude, yeah, it's probably not that bad. KO win for Duncan, minus 160. You can't do shit with it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, if you're up against a guy without power, I think Duncan's kind of a lock.
Take a field day on the feet, he just walks them down.
So I don't know. But yeah, I don't like minus 550, of course. That's not ideal.
No,
right?
Not ideal.
That's not ideal. Fucking 3-leg parlay if we're getting anywhere with that one.
Yeah, it has to be. It's a 3-leg parlay only, unfortunately.
Which I don't like. Okay.
2 legs. We talked to the fucking book years ago. We met the fucking devil face to face, the guy running the fucking odds, and he told us, listen, he gave us the secret, but still, nobody follows, right?
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah.
I follow. Very rarely do I go 3-leg. I go 2-leg parlays all the time. And they hit all the time, motherfuckers. Mike Finn Show Premium Channel. Jump in that bitch. Let's go.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna go Duncan. I think Duncan's power is gonna show, and he'll bounce back nicely.
I think he's a lock here, man. I'm picking Duncan to dominate. Let's go. Finchman and I both going Duncan with high confidence. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Marcin Tybura versus Mick Parkin. Finch, I will continue to do it. You know what I'm gonna do. I'm picking Mick Parkin to beat Marcin Tybura. I have to. I pick against Tybura almost every fight. I mean, it's just a consistent trend for me. It's what I do. Is it delusion? Is it stubbornness? I think it's the fact that finally I have a heavyweight that gives me what I need to take out a Tybura that's a striker.
Yeah.
Patient striking style. When you see Tybura having success, it's these fucking athletes that throw chaotic bombs at him and then they gas themselves out. Mick Parkin, I don't want to call him a point fighter because he did knock out Dreshki last time, but fights more technically, takes his time, isn't super athletic, has pretty good technique, trains with Tom Aspinall. I feel like the takedown defense is there. Definitely the size is something I like for Parkin in defensive positions. And then you add on top of it, last time Johan Antonius drops Marcin Tybura, but he has a low fight IQ. He gets on top of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt having no idea how to fucking do Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, Austin Lane had his ass fucking mounted. Mick Parkin's not getting mounted by Austin Lane. There's levels in the ground skills. I think Parkin could, at worst, survive a Tybura takedown and ground attack. But I actually think his takedown defense will hold up, and I think his striking flow is going to look pretty nice. I could see the volume accumulating and him knocking Tybura out. Marcin Tybura's striking is not good, man. It's just he has such a threat of grappling against many of these heavyweights for, let's be real, are fucking one-dimensional as hell. And Mick Parkin, pretty good everywhere. Better with hands, but pretty good everywhere. And I've roasted him in the past and shit. But he consistently performs, and I'm going to say that he handles business here.
Yeah, and Marcin Tybura is no spring chicken. How old is Marcin? 39. Yeah, 39. We saw the armbar against Spivak. Nice job against Janata Denise. I'm trying to remember the Janata Denise fight, the pure kickboxer. But I think he's going to have trouble here. I think it's a big benefit training with somebody like Tom Aspinall because you're just getting this athletic heavyweight that nobody moves like. And so you get in there with these other heavyweights and they just got to seem so slow and stupid, in comparison. You got a grappler like, him to work with in the gym. So that's awesome. And Tom has a bunch of those heavyweights there. But, if you listen to Tom's interviews, he talks about Mick Parkin like that's a brother, like they train a lot. And so that's a huge feather in his cap. And yeah, he's getting better. Exact, opposite story as Marcin Tybura, who's been there, done that. It was a 29-year-old against a 39-year-old. So just getting, on fire in the UFC, really. Now he won on Contender Series. He's 1, 2, 3, 4-0. Lucas Lucas Brzeski got the finish finally. So I think he's on fire. I think he's about to do some work here. And the odds are nice. The odds are nice. Marcin Tybura is a real challenge, but Marcin Tybura thrives off of beating those kind of like mid-tier heavyweights, those back-end, guys who could just get kind of rushed and taken down, especially. I don't think that's Parkin, dude. I got Parkin winning this thing. I don't know how, but I got Parkin winning this thing too.
I'm so creeped out by this fucking comment. Mrs. the Bob. So this is the Bob. This is his cross-dressing account. He's like, where's my husband? Little Bobby Jr.'s worried sick. Bob, you're freaking me the fuck out, dude. You gotta take a step back. You're freaking me the fuck out, my guy. I'm looking at this picture. I'm gonna fucking block this guy. I can't though. I think it's the Bob. Please just go to your fucking regular account. You're freaking me out, dude.
Holy shit.
He's freaking me out with this cross-dressing, man.
Wow.
If you want to be a cross-dresser, you're fine, but it's freaking me out in chat. I'm not gonna fucking hold any punches. That's freaky.
I don't know what to say.
Let's talk about the odds. All right, let's move forward. Over here.
I think Tybura opened as a favorite, right?
Tybura opened up at minus 185. Now he's minus 105. Parkin minus 115. So slight fave. I like Parkin though. I'll be honest. I just mentioned this right now. I got a little prelim parlay in my mind that I'm thinking if you want to chase odds a little bit. What if you go close money? Nathan Fletcher and Mick Parkin early in the night. I mean, there's definitely a chance those two pull through.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know about betting on Nathan Fletcher.
You feel worried? That's Pick'em's lock, bro. Let's go Pick'em.
Is it?
Yeah.
Respect to Pick'em. Hey, we were on it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Mick Parkin, I'm more confident in, man. Mick Parkin's on his way up. So, yeah, I like that we're both on Parkin too. That's a good thing. Although you do always bet against Tybura. So,
I mean, I'll be honest though. Here I was open-minded because in the past I fucking said I don't think Parkin is, athletic enough and this and that. But I think about stylistic clash. I'm like, Tybura at 39. Somebody said in the chat that he's thinking about retiring, but where are his motivations at? He knows he's completely out of a title picture. Sure, there's paychecks on the horizon, but now he's being used as the stepping stone for a second time in a row. Last time it was Janiz, who he did check, which was impressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's Parkin, who should definitely be more well-versed in that. So I think Parkin wins. I think the money line is really good here. So it's like, why chase anything else? But I will mention there is a possibility of Parkin knocking him out at plus 350 because I could see Tybura getting caught up over the 3 rounds with big shots. And I saw someone in the comments, oh, well, Parkin didn't look great with Mo Usman. Okay, to be fair, all right, that fight was a little while back for Mick Parkin, and I think it was, not his best performance. Mo Usman's still a physical specimen, and, he's a big dude. And I feel like, a year goes by for a 29-year-old heavyweight, skills can improve drastically. And on top of that, his confidence is going up. And it's not like Marcin Tybura is much better at striking than even a guy like Mo Usman. Like, I know people say, oh, but no, he's ranked at, you get where I'm coming from, right, Finch? Like, if you said boxing class, we got fucking sparring Mo Usman and Marcin Tybura. I mean, I don't think it's crazy to think that, Usman cracks him with a couple of big punches, man.
Yeah.
So,
Marcin Tybura kind of wings shots, isn't super technical, more of a grappler. And I think he'll have trouble doing that here. Marcin Tybura kind of built like a Fedor, but doesn't whip punches quite like him.
To be honest, man, Finch, he looks like a Fedor. He's like the fucking guys doing impressions of like Elvis and shit. It's not there. He looks kind of like him, man.
Yeah. He's the off-brand. He's the Wish.com Fedor.
Fucking call it Alibaba Fedor, dude. Not even Wish.
Fedor, there you go.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Alibaba. Yeah, I think he's done. 39 years old. I think we'll start the downhill this card.
I agree. Chad is asking for a Ripskis from me, a little CBD lion. I mean, I'll never say no to my good people. We're at 100 likes. Keep running it past 100 though, because with 330 people up in here, I don't want to sound greedy, but like at least 125 by this point. Holy shit, we're past the 30-minute mark, but it's all good. I'll do a Ripskis for my good people. You guys are asking me. A little CBD lion. Never hurt anybody. CBD lion in this up.
335 watching live, 100 likes. That means the majority of you haven't liked this. You fucking freeloader. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Just sitting here, not even liking the stream. You're not even going to help the algorithm out for your people. You're just going to freeload our expertise and information and not even fucking hit the like button. You know, can you do us a solid? Thank you.
Please do us a solid. Show some love.
Drop
Smash
a
the
comment.
likes. Drop a comment. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
W to the chat. We appreciate you. We're going Mick Parkin. And let's keep running up, Finch, man. I'm feeling good. Next fight on the card, we got Loughran Kavanagh versus Felipe Dos Santos. I'm picking Lonnie. I'm going with Kavanagh to pull through in this one. He's a powerful striker, fast and explosive. Now, Felipe Dos Santos is a big dude for the weight class. I mean, the flyweight, but, you know, compared to flyweights, 5'7" with a decent-sized frame, some long arms. But I will say he leaves things to be desired in the striking flow. Let me tell you why. I feel as though at times he's a little off balance, a little open for counter shots, whereas I know Kavanagh is very schooled, but also powerful. And I think about the grappling side, Dos Santos is not that great on the ground. I think he's got decent jits, but Lima out-grappled him. Altamirano had success taking him down too. But he just got a lot of hype because he had a decent debut against Manel Kape. But I feel as though he hasn't really, you know, leveled up past that. That was his peak performance, was that debut against Kape. And then, I don't know, man, he's kind of looked progressively, maybe even worse, right? The hype has started to diminish a little bit. I feel like Loughran Kavanagh is pretty talented, and I feel like with his hand speed and kickboxing skills, the kick's hard too. I feel like he's going to have a little more technicality with the explosive power and knockout ability. I feel like Kavanagh takes Dos Santos, maybe a decision. Dos Santos is going to be hard in scrambles, maybe could take the back, but I feel like Kavanagh is going to have a good ability to like escape bad positions. I feel like Kavanagh finds a way to beat Felipe Dos Santos, especially at home in England.
Yeah, I think we could go with Kavanagh here. Dos Santos is an interesting matchup for him, but this is no like Manel Kape. Like these are two kids, 24 years old and 25 years old, going at it. It's a really good matchup. It's a really fun one. Yeah, slight lean for Kavanagh. You know, there's a bit of a submission threat from Dos Santos, and Kavanagh should have an edge on the feet. And yeah, let's say Kavanagh takes him long. You know, potential for Kavanagh to get a finish too, I guess. Because these guys could both finish fights, but you know, Dos Santos would be more like he's jumping a submission, he's finding a guillotine, he's finding something off of his back. And then for Kavanagh, more like, you know, he's getting the striking going and he's able to put him away. So let's say Kavanagh long.
Kavanagh over the 3, probably for the victory. Kavanagh is a 3-1 favorite. Dos Santos plus 250. Very wide odds for a fight that, you know, is more competitive than this, I feel like. Looking at Kavanagh by a decision, we're sitting at minus 125. Not great. Really, Kavanagh, if you feel confident in the prospect, if you believe he has, oh my gosh, true potential, then I think, you know, you'd have to just parlay him up. I would say it's kind of the only way. If you think he's sick, I think it was good luck, man. I think he's a sick prospect. You know what, man? Felipe Dos Santos, he's definitely a tough customer and he's not here to lose, but I am not falling victim to the, oh, well, he's from Chute Box, so, you know, he's got to be in it. Because a few of those Chute Box guys have shit the bed pretty bad. So, you know, as much as Dos Santos' debut was good, I have my reservations about him.
Well, and they threw him right in there, right? I mean, a Manel Kape fight is crazy. What fight was that? Was it his fucking UFC debut?
Fight in the UFC.
Yeah, that's, you know, why are they doing that to him? So
but then the next one, he didn't look great against Altamirano. Granted, you know, you could say bad performance and whatnot. And then Lima controlled him. Yeah, and then I feel like Kavanagh, I don't know, man. Surging prospect, fighting in England, lives in England, from England. Go with the UK. Go with the UK Savage, even though he's part Chinese. Go with him for the W, man.
Agreed.
Let's go. Next fight. We got Jai Herbert versus Taco Padilla. My pick is Taco Padilla in this one, Finch. I don't know if you knew. But Taco Padilla is the call. All right. What I like about Taco is, first thing, 2-fight win streak in the UFC, win streak overall that has all finishes. The guy seems to be riding high on confidence and has shown adaptability. Round 1 against Rongju, he kind of found his range before delivering the elbow from hell in round number 2, shutting his eye. He also then against Yantop showcases grappling skills. I feel like he's pretty well versed. And he's a young guy, 29, really coming into his own. He's got a lot of pro fights for being only 29 years old. And I think that he's more cerebral than maybe people would give credit to. He's supposedly studying a shitload of tape of his opponents. With a grappling advantage and an inside fighting advantage, I like his chances against Jai, man. I am not super high on Jai Herbert. I think he's got decent kickboxing from long range. In close range, he's okay in the clinch, but I've never been impressed with Jai. I won't lie to you, bro. I remember his debut live against Francisco Trinaldo. He gets chinned, and Dan Hardy's freaking out on Herb Dean. And the memorable moment of that was the post fight, but he was fucking chinned. And I guess since that point, I never was able to get over that. I'm like, okay, this guy, Jai Herbert, I mean, he looks decent from the outside, but when things get testy, I'm not sold. And I think Padilla maybe is cut from that Trinaldo type cloth. He's powerful in close range, has some good physicality, pretty strong dude. And I think he could outwork a Herbert. I think he could win on the ground. I think he can win in close range. And I think he's going to take home a savage dog lock W.
I mean, Chris Padilla's victory over Rongzu is definitely, impressive at this point of age, well after that Cody Steele fight, that's for sure. And, I like Padilla in this fight. I could definitely see him winning. I think Jai Herbert's very good at kickboxing. I'll rate him a little higher than you said, although he can be chinned, I mean, the record doesn't lie. He wins one, he loses one, that's what it's been at this level. So here he's in against a guy like Padilla who has a similar record, but if you look, has been racking up a couple quality wins and has more answers in other places. But like at range kickboxing, bro, Jai Herbert's technical ability is pretty fucking impressive. I mean, yeah, we can shit on him for getting chin, but we could also say he fucking rocked Ilia Topuria. You remember that shit?
Of course.
Bro. Who's rocking Ilia like that? Not Volkanovski, not fucking Max Holloway. They didn't put a shot on him like that. Jai Herbert's kickboxing's nice. I'll go Chris Padilla because he can get it done in more places.
I think he could win by submission here, man. I almost want to eat a fucking taco on stream just to shout him out, bro. I like the chances of the sub threat. Even money now, but when I called him, he was sitting at plus. Now we're looking at minus 110 on both sides. Looking at Padilla by submission, that's upwards of plus 600. But for a guy who's got pretty good strangles, kind of crazy how wide that is, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I could definitely see it. I mean, it's a matter of getting it there. I could see these guys on the feet for a lot of this fight too. But he'll want to clinch him up. It's true. Padilla's going to want to put him against the fence. He's going to want to clinch him up. So that's not crazy.
I think Padilla could catch him in close range with something, man. I feel like I favor Padilla's inside fighting, Padilla's grappling, long range, Jai Herbert. There's just more. Can he consistently strike from long range, or could he knock a Padilla out? I don't know. Not going to be easy to do, man.
Not easy to do, but not impossible to do. It's a good fight.
It's a good fight.
Yeah. But I saw Padilla at plus 100 just now, so I'm like,
I think he's a good underdog, bro. I like Padilla's chances.
Nice, not even odds. Yeah. I just think Jai Herbert. Come on, he's a good kickboxer, right?
He can kickbox, but I just think in the gritty fights, I think that's the difference, right? He's a technician, but I think that Padilla, though he has good defense, I think he can get down and dirty, bro, and make it more of a grimy, dirty boxing affair, close range work, grappling threat. And I think he could take Herbert down. And if they go to the ground, I favor Padilla's grappling all day. Like, people ride high on Herbert going to a draw with Ludovic Klein and with the point deduction debacle, but they forget Ludovic Klein, more so known as a striker. I know now he's kind of on fire and he's put some wins together, but I just feel as though, Padilla's a hard matchup, dude. And he's also more primed at 29, Herbert at 36. I feel like it's Padilla's time.
And Padilla fought James Lontop, who's a pure kickboxer too, hit him with a rear naked strangle. So there you have it, folks.
Let's
Padilla wrapping a neck.
Padilla WD for the W. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card. This one, quite interesting here. It is our main card opener. So if you guys haven't, make sure you hit the likes. And if you're new, subscribe. Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charrière. I'm favoring Morgan Charrière because I think his explosive power could be a difference maker and his physicality and pace. Nathaniel Wood is good at technical fights, and he's a great round winner. But he did give up the third round against Daniel Pineda. He's on his back. It's like he looks real crisp early in fights, but he doesn't have great finishing ability. So is he going to outpoint a high output guy like Morgan Charrière? I have a hard time saying he would, man. I look at the Chepe Mariscal fight for Charrière, and he was absolutely in that fight. He lost a split decision, and Chepe's on fucking fire right now.
Yeah.
And I feel as though with Nathaniel Wood, it's like, yeah, he gets a nice win against, Charles Jourdain, and he beats Andrey Philly, and then he loses kind of a controversial fight to Muhammad Naimov, but still was close in the fight, regardless of what the official outcome was. And then you look at the follow-up fight, beats a guy like, Pineda over the 3 rounds, dropped him a bit in, I believe, the second round, but an aging guy in Pineda. Now we got a primed, hungry Morgan Charrière, who's an athletic specimen with good physical strength, explosiveness, and a well-versed game, bro. I'm going Charrière to outwork him. I think he can get this decision off of Wood, man. I think he wins some key exchanges and lands with more power. I'll pick Charrière.
A good fight for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely a good fight. Well, we got France versus England, right? That's sick. That's going to be a good one. I don't know. No bias against the Frenchmen. I mean, have they forget about the war or what?
I don't got a bias against the Frenchies.
No. All right. No bias against the Frenchies in London. We'll see what's up. Yeah, I think Morgan Charrière with a slight edge, but I'm pretty impressed by Nathaniel Wood. I think Nathaniel Wood's, as you said, technical ability is a little sharper. Morgan Charrière reminds me a bit of a Chepe, though, and so
he is. He's a French Chepe, bro.
Black French Chepe,
Yeah,
so
let's go.
That's pretty much it. And so I think he can bruise his way in, get on top. Yep. Just be hard for Nathaniel Wood to deal with. He's bigger. He's taller than Nathaniel Wood. Just seems bigger to me. I'll take him on a 29-28 in a good fucking fight.
Yeah, I like that too, man. Charrière is the favorite at -150. Nathaniel Wood +130. Over 2.5, -260. Charrière by a decision, +140, just to read some lines off. But yeah, close money.
Okay.
Not awful odds, yeah. Down the center, I mean, it's live. I think it goes over 2.5. I've said this throughout the week. I like the over 2.5. I know people are like, yo, but Charrière can crack. Yeah, but Nathaniel Wood's pretty defensively sound. Nathaniel Wood can get outworked, but I don't think he gets ran over. Like, I still think, like you said, he's pretty good. He's going to have competitive moments,
I think so. I think especially early on. But that being said, when Morgan Charrière is fresh, he's a problem too. Yeah, I think he's earned some respect from me. Morgan Charrière, so I got to show him some love there. It looked good against Gabriel Miranda, which was easy to
squash match, but still he looked good. Good.
Easy to do. The Chepe Mariscal fight was a good one, and Chepe's been on a fucking roll. Yeah, I'm gonna say he could eke this one out, but I do think this is a solid fight. I think they're about to get into a pretty good fight, and it'll be pretty close.
I think so too. I feel as though it's a good back and forth featherweight matchup. And I look forward to seeing what happens when the cage door closes. And I'm glad that we're on the same side. I was wondering if maybe you saw like a Wood vision by a 29-28 or something like that. But I think more likely is Charrière 29-28. Hey, we're on the same side, Finch, man. We're on point. Let's go. Let's go. My guy. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card, we got Jordan Vucenic versus Chris Duncan. Not Christian Leroy Duncan.
Not Leroy.
Not Leroy. This is Chris Duncan down the center, I'm going with Vucenic, bro. I have to ride the side of the up-and-comer, and maybe I'm falling into the recency bias, but damn, he looked good on short notice against Garam. And now you give him a full camp. This guy's been a decent prospect for a few years over in Cage Warriors. I feel like he's got a crafty game. I feel like Duncan's a good bruiser, a good brawler, but he also makes mistakes, and he got touched up a bit by Błachowicz, and then he ends up pulling off a sick guillotine. He got a nice shot on Manuel Torres. Then he gets fucking strangled. And then, he had the, Ashmu's decision, the Morales decision. So there's been fights where, they've gone longer and been more technical per se. I feel like Vucenic can find a way to win grappling positions, and I feel like that could be the ultimate difference maker. Chris Duncan does have some heavy hands. His boxing isn't bad. He definitely could crack the Vucenic with a big shot, and, there's a chance Vucenic could go, fucking lights off if Duncan's ripping him with heavies. But Duncan also, on the flip side, is vulnerable, man. He gets hit a lot, and he takes some damaging blows. I'm going to say Vucenic finds a way to win, but Chris Duncan is always a fun guy to watch. And I feel like he's always a live underdog for the most part.
The battle of the wildest tattoos. Who's got the crazier fucking tattoos? I'm going to give it to Vucenic. And I'm going to give the fight to him as well. Folks who don't know, he's got a win over Morgan Charrière. He's got a win over Paul Hughes. If you're a Bellator fan, you know who the fuck that is. He's fought a real solid list of competition outside of the UFC. 10-5, 6-0, 8-0, some of these opponents outside of the UFC. And then, inside the UFC, we just saw the Guram Kutateladze. So I'm going to pick him over Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan's all right. They say he's the problem. I don't know. I guess he's a bit of a problem, but I think Vucenic is just going to be higher level than him. Vucenic's, I think, due for a victory here because this is a step down in competition. And, Duncan's not even quite gatekeeper level and maybe creeping up to gatekeeper level. And I think Vucenic has already proven to be better than that. So based on his victories outside of the UFC, based on his performances outside of the UFC, I'm going to say he does it in the UFC this time. I'm going to pick him via decision.
You want to hear something, Finch? Totally off subject, but it's worth saying.
Go ahead.
BKFC, Ice Wars. They just purchased. Remember that hockey league we talked 2 years ago? They just fucking bought it, dude. They're doing Ice Wars.
Kidding.
They're wearing MMA gloves. It's not going to be bare knuckle, but it's through the BKFC on ice fights. Yeah. BKFC is doing it. This is going to be fucking wild as hell. What the hell is happening?
Dave Feldman, what are you guys on? That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I was shocked.
All right. So we had him on the show. They're doing essentially just straight up fights on ice. It's like ice hockey like fights, but just the fights. No hockey.
I'll be honest. I'd go check it out once if it's in my area.
I mean, live would be insane.
Yeah, you got to go live.
Power slap. I'm like, that looks ridiculous, but live?
Oh, shit. You have a few drinks, bro? You're watching? Oh, my God. It'd be a blast.
You guys want to slap each other? I'll watch. For instance, I could never get Haley to go to a jiu-jitsu tournament unless I'm competing, right? She went to ADCC. She was actually amazing. She was shaking out my arms. She was, pushing the blood out of my arms. Amazing. The best. And she was sick. But I got her to go to a slap jiu-jitsu tournament because I'm like, babe, they're going to smack each other. You're going to hear like whack, And so she went to a combat jiu-jitsu tournament because that was interesting enough, So I don't know. Ice fights. You guys want to go?
I'm going to ice fights, Finch. I'm going to ice fights, dude.
So is AJ.
Let's go.
My papa is rich. He'll sponsor AJ versus Redneck Jacob. Who's Redneck Jacob?
I think he's talking about the other prediction guys.
In ice fights, AJ? Is that what you want to see?
In ice fights. Hey, listen, I haven't skated in a long time, but you give me a pair of 4-ounce gloves and a little ice, I feel like I'd be pretty successful, bro. I'd have that fucking tight clinch down like an absolute prime Randy Couture.
Dude, so how about this? One of my students, he went to Illinois to go play hockey, and he's real good at hockey, and he wanted to get better at the hockey fights. So I let him, tear up my shirt a little bit. I was grabbing his jersey. I was wearing a jersey, and we were working on it. Man, it is a whole new thing to learn. Like the push pull of the clothing and learning how to throw and use your shoulder or your hand to either parry or block. It was way different. So
that's
it's
sick,
definitely a different animal.
That'd be pretty cool, bro. Doing an ice fight.
You don't want to do straight Muay Thai to prepare is what I'm trying to say. Like you got to learn how to take that jersey.
Yeah. So you got to do a little fucking I don't know, Jersey Jitsu or something like that to figure that shit out.
And put it in New Jersey. That makes
That's
perfect
it.
sense.
I'm in.
Confuse everybody.
Get me an ice fight. Let's go. So give me the fucking contract, dude. I'll do it.
EJ in an ice fight. Wow.
I'll do it. Fuck it. You only live once, bro. Let's
Can you
go.
skate?
I can skate a little bit.
That didn't
I can,
seem
I can skate a little bit. I fucking skated at 5 years old. Give me a week. I'll get on point.
Give him a week.
Give me a week.
Give him a week. Holy shit. AJ on skates, bro. You live in Florida. They ain't got no ice.
I mean, they actually have an ice skating rink by my house.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Skating's popular. You meet a lot of hockey players around here. It's weird. Down south, they play.
Grew up on a little lake, sand lake, so I can skate.
All right. Well, listen, I'll get some skating lessons in, and we'll make magic happen.
That's crazy. That's cool. Congrats, BKFC. You're crazy.
Shout out. That's fucking insane. Ice fights, dog. Holy shit. Holy shit. This guy's asking, you want clearly stated picks? Brother, we give clearly stated picks.
Clearly stated picks.
We give a plenty of clearly stated. We're having a nice conversation.
Vucenic is clearly stated. There you go.
Vucenic, bro. Holy shit. What do we got to say it 15 times? Vucenic to win. He's a fat favorite, dude. All right. Looking at the odds, what do you think, Finch? Be real with me. Minus 500 on this guy. Holy shit, dude. Like, I know he's a talented kid, but overpriced.
No, overpriced.
Like, minus 175, minus 250. Holy shit.
I mean, you're talking about Duncan, who was able to get Oki out of there in his last one, you know, and Oki's all right.
But to be fair, it was a weird ass fucking circumstance.
Yeah.
It was the Gilly, and like, I also think Oki's a little overrated. Kawamba was fucking cracking him, and Kawamba got crushed by fucking Almeida the next fight. So I'm not sold. I mean, I like Duncan, though. I picked him as an underdog against fucking Oki, but not here. Not here.
Not here. Not here. But 5-1's crazy.
What do you think, though? If we're going method of victory, Vucenic, little tricky jiu-jitsu in the mix. Maybe you're going Vucenic by submission plus 190.
I think decision, bro. I think it's be hard to get Duncan out of there. I think Duncan's submission game is good enough. So Vucenic 3 rounds, 30-27.
I like it. 30-27 Vucenic for the Finch. I'm going to say there's a chance of submission. I don't know. I can feel it coming in the air Saturday afternoon. Bro, this card's early as hell for you, Finch. You're going to roll out of fucking bed, and then you're going to have to turn the TV on to watch this card, bro. Your eyes are going to still have crust on them in the morning. Holy shit.
It's all right. I just got back from Florida. My sleep's all fucked up. I'm good.
That's true. I forget about the fucking side of getting back home for you, right? When you
What
got here,
was it right now?
Right now, it's 1:16 a.m.
1:16 in the morning. I got this motherfucker up.
I'm chilling. I don't mind. Listen, if I have to, the show must go on, my brother.
The show must go on. We had to deliver Moneyline to the folks.
Exactly. I'll be honest with you, bro. I won't lie to you, Fitch. Not doing Moneyline on Monday. I'm like, what the fuck? It was the weirdest feeling, bro. It felt strange. Yeah. I ended up doing Wednesday's show that I dropped tonight. I did it Tuesday because I'm like, all right, I'll drop it a day early and then come on here. And I'm happy to see that we're lined up on a lot of the picks I was confident in too. Because, you know, I like to hear what you say before we jump into most confident picks normally. But this week I said, fuck it. I'll just have faith. And look at that, man. We're on the same side of history. Let's go.
Have faith, sir. No, absolutely. Yeah. Monday Moneyline's nice, though. We kicked the week off.
Yeah.
We'll keep it, folks. It's just this 1 week because your boy was in Florida.
Let's go. Vucenic for the dubs for both of us. Let's keep running. Next fight. Molly Meatball, Molly McCann versus Alexia Thainara. I like Thainara's skills. Her Muay Thai is nice. Her kicks are nice. Her athleticism is nice. Ground skills look good. But this is a UFC debut, so I'm like apprehensive. And then, it's short notice too. But when I watched her on Contender and pre-Contender, I said, this girl has a lot of potential. Molly McCann's a good scrapper. But at the end of the day, questionable ground skills, tends to have a lot of shiesty moments in fights. Sometimes things just go awry with her. Bruna Brazil fight, she went 3 rounds. She actually showed a lot of toughness because those body shots, the kicks, holy hell. Like, you know, most girls would have just gave up. She did show the will to win. Then the fight before that, I mean, she looked like a submission ace against Diana Belbita. And then the fight before that, she got fucking ran over by what's her name, the Stoliarenko, fucking easily, 1:55 seconds, which was like a head scratcher at how easy that fight looked. I feel as though we have to ride with the side of Thainara. I think the ground skills are live. The striking is more elusive and athletic, and I think Molly Meatballs loses a hard-fought decision.
Molly Meatball's UFC experience counts. She does have the hole on the ground, but this Thainara girl's no wrestler. And when I watch Thainara outside of the UFC, she's not that good. She doesn't. It's like hands up, and she's like walking forward. I mean, she's all right, but she seems kind of swatty to me. Molly Meatball could put a girl out. How many times she got a spinning back fist a bitch for us to say that she could hold her own, and especially on a UFC debut in London, bro. It's London. They're gonna go crazy for Molly Meatball, and she's taking it on short notice. Molly Meatball, man. I'm gonna go Molly Meatball with the striking. Let's hope that Patty did something for her ground game. God damn, can we get some takedown defense here? Can we get some stand-ups, defend the neck, peel the hands, fucking hips out, turn into her? Yeah, I'm gonna say Thainara is not going to be reliable enough at wrestling to be able to decide where the fight takes place. And then on the feet, Molly Meatball is like actually more explosive. I think Molly Meatball seems to be more athletic to me based on the fights that I saw outside of the UFC. Yeah, I'm gonna go Molly Meatball.
Respect. She's a dog, bro. On short notice, Thainara has got the favorite status at -200. Now, no Thainara betting side, but now if you're like, yo, Molly Meatballs is a gamer, +172 for the Meatball herself.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't look at the odds.
What do you think about that?
Wow.
Live underdog.
I'm adding her to my fucking dog list right here.
Let's go. I thought you were gonna say add it to your meatball, bro. That's what it is.
Throw Molly in there. Hey, tell her she still owes me my fucking microphone. Molly, you walked away with my fucking microphone at Bellator. Give it back, Molly Meatball. Win this fight, get that bonus money, and buy me a new fucking mic, Molly. This is bullshit. She walked away with my fucking clip-on mic, dude.
Let's go.
Dipped with
Holy shit. She was drunk, though.
She was hammered.
She probably lost it in the bathroom, dude. What do you think? She's using it for vlogs?
I think she was out and about afterwards. First off, I should have got it back after the interview because I saw her drinking. I could smell it on her breath. She walks away with the mic, and then I'm like, oh, shit, somebody find Molly. They're like, oh, she went to the after party. I think she was on her way, said, fuck it. Yeah. You know?
Damn.
Yeah. Thanks, Molly.
You know what? For that, Thainara to whoop her ass. That's it.
I'll kick flipping. No, I don't know. You thought Thainara was good? She don't look that good.
I mean, is it a confident fucking pick? Nah, because it can't be on a debut on short notice. But I think Thainara is a tough Brazilian chick. We'll see. Shout out to AJ. We got another donor. He's saying I'm going to be -600, so he's on a sprinkled Jacob decision. Well, I appreciate it. 299. I appreciate the odds of favorite status. That's pretty cool. That's funny as hell.
And he still didn't tell us, AJ. We were wanting to know if it was ice. It was on the ice. Is it?
I think he said ice.
Is it MMA?
I mean, he brought it up during the ice.
On ice is wild. All right.
AJ
on ice, who fucking knows who beats who? I mean, we're talking craziness.
You gotta just bite down on your mouthpiece, bro. You remember Don Fry back in the day? Remember him sitting with that Asian motherfucker?
Right hand.
That's it.
You just spamming X.
Spamming X. Spamming X. Who wants it more?
All right. Hey, my spam game in Mortal Kombat.
On point.
Yeah.
Okay. Mortal Kombat spamming X, bro.
I could spam some shit in Mortal Kombat. My fucking the spin move with Baraka. Oh man, I get
that was your shit
up with the knives. Oh man, I get you pinned in that corner. It's a wrap.
I liked UFC Undisputed back in the day. I used to fuck with the kicking skills on the outside, bro. The body kicks. The body kicks were OP in that game. People, they wouldn't always use them. You chop up the body, eventually people getting rocked, and then the head's open too.
The old UFC game, I actually burned a hole in my hand, the really old one with Brock Lesnar on the front.
Yeah.
Rolling that fucking stick, dude. I had a hole burned in my fucking hand. That's how hard
that game was lit, though, bro. The UFC games, have you played the new ones at all?
Nah.
They've gotten worse, bro. You would think it's better. Like, if you had that old era game in 2025, my God, I think that'd be a masterpiece. Just like the way that it would feel was just better back then. I don't know if the UFC 6, maybe they're revamping because they know that they're on thin ice with the fans, bro. Like, the game is kind of losing all aura at this point. People will be shitting on UFC 5 on the reg. So 6 has got to deliver, bro. Yeah. 5 is like a rinse and repeat of 4 with a little upgrade of the skins and shit.
Bro, I haven't played a game in months.
To be honest, same, sadly. I want a game, but like, I want to play. I'll tell you what games I'll play. I'll invest time into games that I really view as like valuable fun time. It's UFC 6 I'll play for sure when that comes out, because I got to at least find out if it's good. And the Grand Theft Auto 6 that's coming out. Come on, bro. I have to go GTA 6. That's worth my time.
So I grew up on Vice City.
It's fucking, it's meme worthy now, bro. It's shit's trending.
I know about Vice City. Really?
Yeah.
I thought everybody played San Andreas. It seems like everybody likes San Andreas the best. I liked Vice City.
Vice City was lit.
I know.
I would say San Andreas is cool.
Vice City. How many hookers did I pick up in Vice City? How many fucking times did I jump the car across the fucking river? You know, how many times did I, helicopters, cheat codes? I was doing it all. Vice City was the shit.
Well, Grand Theft Auto back in the day, the feeling that game had, bro, like the dopamine drop I would get playing it as a kid, nothing like it. When I fucking played, San Andreas or Vice City or fucking, even the damn Liberty City Stories, bro. I was like, this game is fucking fabulous. Like, now GTA 5, I mean, I beat it years ago. That game came out over a decade ago, man. I beat it when I was like fucking 15 years old, 14. So I haven't really gotten into it, but GTA 6, I will spend some time to fucking play.
Where's the new GTA set?
It's like Vice City again, yeah. It's in Vice City, Miami, yeah, Vice City, bro.
Ah, let's go, man.
It's a throwback.
Idea. Hey, they bringing me back in just when I thought I was out. They pull me back in. Let's go.
Let's go. Game and Finch, bro, playing some Vice City in 2025. Let's see if it comes out this year. I don't know, bro. Here in 2026, 2025, it's all over the place. You never know.
Damn.
Man.
Oh man, so getting flashbacks already,
right?
Oh, shit,
bro, it's gonna hit the spot, Finch. It's gonna hit.
Shit, I fucking spent way too many hours glued to the TV playing that shit. Shout out.
That's the issue in adulthood, bro. You can't really do that type of shit. You got things to get done and shit. And I can't justify, yo, guys, I'm doing a Grand Theft Auto 6 stream. I can't do it. Maybe I could get away with UFC, but not Grand Theft Auto.
Maybe that's the move. Maybe I just got to stream all my shit on Twitch. I don't know.
Fuck it. You put it on the Mike Finch show, Mike Finch Games.
I'm not even good. People be like, you suck. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it. They're watching for the entertainment, bros. Have good reactions to getting your ass kicked and you said.
Fuck. All right. I'll look into it.
Let's go. Let's go, Eddie Bravo. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card, we got Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson. Bana, Kevin's world. I'm going Kevin Holland, bro. Early on, when I first started my Sunday prediction video, I open up and I'm going Gunnar Nelson, but I'm talking. And sometimes you have to speak it out loud to see it. And I said, you know what? Kevin Holland's takedown defense at 170 is way better. He's going to have a size advantage. It's like we're using Kutateladze and the Ritter to judge the grappling of Holland. Two fucking full-size middleweights, one of which is in the top 10. I feel like you have to favor the side of Kevin Holland to stop some takedowns and land some big shots. Gunnar Nelson has that hands-low karate style. He fights once every 2 years, man. He's completely inconsistent. And I feel like when Holland's on one, and especially at 170, he's his best. I feel like he can go out there and get a win here and beat a Gunnar Nelson. I'm going to say he knocks him out.
Man, Gunnar Nelson is such a terrible matchup for Kevin Holland. Such a bad matchup. Pure grappling. He's got the karate so he could stay a little bit safe on the feet. And then, boom, get to him, drag him on the ground, fucking armbar him like he did Brian Barberena. The problem is, Gunnar, his last fight was in 2023. Okay? Fight before that, 2022. Fight before that, 2019. Okay? Kevin Holland fights every other fucking weekend against great competition. So Kevin Holland should be way looser, more dynamic in the cage, kicks, punches, dangerous, And his jiu-jitsu isn't trash. He's a black belt. It's a fucking black belt. But Gunnar Nelson, like in the gym, should beat him. It's just now that they're in the cage. Man.
So I
gotta go Kevin Holland, dude.
Let's go. Me too.
I gotta go Kevin Holland. I gotta say that Kevin Holland clips him, hits him, hurts him, even if he loses a round or whatever, finds a way. He needs it. He fucking needs it. But Gunnar Nelson can win this thing. I have big issues with the ring rust. I have big issues with him being out. What's he been doing? I don't think he's been training for 2-3 years nonstop. Was 3 years nonstop?
They say he coaches at his gym, but is he going hard as fuck? Still around it, but
I just I feel like this game you gotta be all in, So I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland, but Gunnar Nelson should be a bad matchup for him. So it's definitely a tough one to like run and go bet on or something.
Kevin Holland plus 112 as the underdog. Nelson minus 132, the favorite. If you think we get a knockout for Holland, it's plus 275. You imagine Holland rocks fucking Nelson, club and sub plus 800 like a savage.
Sub would be wild.
That would be wild. I feel like Nelson going to try to wrestle him up. I feel like Holland's takedown defense, like I said, is better at 170. I could see him landing some big punches on the feet. Definitely a strike speed advantage and power advantage. He's got the height and reach too. I don't know, man. Can Nelson drag him to the floor and take it to his world? And then does he get the back of Holland? And where's Kevin Holland's mental at? That's the truth, man. Is Kevin Holland really just fighting for paychecks, or is he really like, all right, I got to get to 170 to take this shit serious and try and do something? Let's be real. Kevin Holland, when he's on one and he's fighting consistently, he looks better. And he fought recently. Like, he fought against Renier de Ridder, what was it, damn near 2 months ago? Let me see the exact date. Yeah, that fight was in January. That fight was 2 months ago. He fought against de Ridder. Didn't take any damage. He ended up losing by sub in round 1. But, people say, oh, well, he's not going to make changes. It's Kevin Holland. He is who he is at this point. If he can stop a takedown or two and land some big shots on the feet, I think Nelson's in trouble, man. Nelson, that chin's up high. He's got that karate style. I think a big power hitter with good speed like Holland could give him a nightmare.
Give me the odds, bro.
Right now, Holland's plus money, plus 112.
Yeah. I don't know, man. How does Gunny look?
We have no idea. He's 36 now. He hasn't fought. And let's be real, bro. Level of competition. Barberena and Sato. Two guys that are no longer in the UFC. And then before that was a loss to Gilbert Burns, right? Before that, it was a loss to Leon Edwards on a close decision. Years ago. Split decision loss. Years ago. 2019 era. Kevin Holland fought what? Fucking every 90 days in the 2020s? Like, I think that's it. Like, every 94 days. It's like, if you do the math of like a, was it the approximation? So I think Holland. I'll go Holland.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Holland, but it's just due to activity and whatnot. I mean, I've been fading Holland for a long time. I faded Holland against de Ridder. I faded Holland in a lot of these, So I think I have a grip on where he's at. I think he has to see this as a must win for him, and I think he'll be trying to catch Gunny. And if Gunny's a little gun shy, that'll really help Kevin Holland. And Kevin Holland's wrestling's okay. It's not great, but he just needs a couple defenses. Start letting his hands go a little bit. Hurt Gunnar Nelson. His striking should be a lot better. So let's go with Kevin Holland, but Gunnar Nelson could win. It's close enough where I could pick flip, but I'm concerned about the timeout. I think that's a big deal.
I think it's a big deal. And I think that if we get a motivated Kevin Holland, I think he could look pretty good at 170. So Holland for the W for us both. Let's keep running up. Let's jump to our co-main event. Jan Błachowicz versus Carlos Ulberg. This right here is an awesome fight. This might be my most hyped fight on the card. It probably is. I'm picking Carlos Ulberg to win. I really think that it's his time. He's on point. The accuracy and the striking is there. His technical skills are very high caliber. He seems to be getting better with every passing fight. And now we have Jan Błachowicz, who people loved, and me included. Who the fuck didn't love the Polish power era? But let's keep it real. Layoff, shoulder surgery, 42 years old. I get it. He had, a close fight with Pereira where people even felt that he deserved the win. He loses the split nod. Did he look slower than previous fights on the feet despite success? I think so. He used wrestling in that fight. Does he have the ability to wrestle up a Carlos Ulberg, who I think's got pretty good footwork? Going to be hard to get inside of? No. And it's like, okay, the Polish power is there with his shoulder injury. I have no fucking idea if he can still turn over to the same degree. I'm sure he can still crack, but at what level? And I know Carlos Ulberg at 34 is absolutely primed at light heavyweight. And he seems to be on fire. He really is the, top level guy now at City Kickboxing. I mean, it's like him and Dan Hooker, but really it's Ulberg. If Ulberg wins this fight, he's in the title conversation. He's arguably either fighting against Yuri Prohashka or he's fighting for the belt next. I think those are like the only two options. I'm going to say that he can handle business against an aging Jan Błachowicz. I don't think Jan's grappling strength is so good where it's like, fuck, man, he's going to drag him to the ground. So then I see it. Ulberg, let's say he's defending takedowns and he's striking well. I think from long range, he's better. His counter shot ability is really nice. Good left hook. I could see him catching Jan as Jan looks to enter range and throw heavies. I'm going to say Ulberg's live for a knockout or a decision against an aging Jan Błachowicz here.
Jan Błachowicz, 42 years old, coming back off of, I think, double shoulder surgery.
Yeah, his shoulders are fucked, bro.
So, off the shelf, and he's coming back against a surging contender, a guy who's on fire right now, a guy who just beat Volkan Ozdemir, who's got nice knockouts in the UFC, who's on fire, a City Kickboxing prospect, who's the real deal, seems like the real fucking deal, who I have picked every single card and who has delivered every single card and who I'm picking again. I think Carlos Ulberg defends these takedowns. I think he dominates from the green zone. I think he explodes in. He has a highlight performance against Jan Błachowicz and he gets Polish power out of there, and that Polish power retires after this fight. Give me Carlos Ulberg with an all-time performance for him.
The Polish plotter. As he's aging, he went from the Polish power to the Polish plotter, bro. It's
Don't
funny
do him like that. Don't do him like that. He's a
legend. Listen, I got mad love for Jan, but he
Polish.
is 42, and I think Ulberg is going to handle him. The odds for Ulberg are rather wide. He's currently sitting around -300 with Jan at +253. The knockout prop for Ulberg +185, the decision prop +155. At the end of the day, it's not a valuable money line, but I think Carlos Ulberg is handling business, bro. I feel good about Ulberg. I like him as a prospect. I think he's skillful. And then you add in the layoff for Jan, the fucking shoulder surgeries, even the age. Dude, I don't know where Jan's at right now. And I know Ulberg is absolutely on point. Dude is dialed in beyond belief. And I feel like he's going to want to also get some revenge for his boy Izzy, because Jan killed Izzy's dual champ status dreams. And I think Ulberg can handle the aging Jan.
Yeah, I think so, man. He's so incredible. He's light on his feet. He's got good takedown defense. He's a big light heavyweight. He's quick, and he's relatively hard to hit. He's got the professional kickboxing experience, and you could see that come through. I mean, he's really a City Kickboxing, work of art. He represents them well, and so I think that he's a real bad matchup for Jan Błachowicz, who I think at this point in his career is going to want to grapple more, and when that doesn't happen for him, he's fucked.
Yeah, let's go. Ulberg, the pick for the Finch man, and I both in this one. Also, chat, we got 400 people watching. Let's run it up to, how sick would it be to close out the show live with 200 likes? If you're watching on replay, hello.
Half the people.
Let's go, chat. We need half the people hitting likes. So make sure you guys absolutely smash the damn like button.
Okay, click out of full screen real quick. Hit that thumb up, and then click right back. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it, man. The like jumped beautifully, bro. We jumped big time. So shout out to the people hitting like, man. We love you guys. I'll give you guys a little main event CBD line, since the people are obsessed with it, Finch. I'll be honest. I do it one time, and now I can't stop. I have to do it every fucking show. If not, they get on me. They say, "Hey, you're not delivering." And listen, CBD.
All right, he owes you one. Go ahead. You guys got him addicted to drugs. All right,
dude, it's CBD, Finch. We're chilling.
All right, CBD's all right. That's what Henry Cejudo was smoking leading up to that song fight. It didn't help him.
Listen, if it went 5 rounds, who knows, man? If you wouldn't have got poked.
He did get eye poked pretty fucking bad.
He did get poked.
Didn't do him any favors.
Let's go.
Carlos Ulberg. He's on his way to the title shot. Carlos Ulberg against Ankalaev's pretty cool.
Let's go. Ulberg for the dubs. Let's keep running up. Main event. We got Leon Rocky Edwards versus Sean Brady. Holy. I want to say this real quick. Leon Edwards, earlier today, it was discovered he's battling a staph infection in the lead up to the fight. So I did some digging, and it is true. I made a video on it earlier, a breaking news video, just so you guys know what the fuck was going on. And it got the AJ staff, doctor of staff, the staff expert's approval for me. He definitely had it. Now, it seems to be healing. Timeline of the antibiotics, I don't know. But there is cautionary tale because the antibiotics will impede performances, even if it's just slightly. We've seen it. We've seen guys win, coming off staph infections like Islam Makhachev, like Alex Pereira, but we've also seen them struggle more than expected in those fights, like Poirier going into the 5th round, giving Makhachev a lot of trouble with his takedown defense, like Roundtree dropping Alex Pereira. So there's some instances like Sean Strickland's loss where people said he's as low output as he's ever been. So there has to be worry. Now, that all being said, regardless of that fact, I was already picking Sean Brady. I have to favor the pressure grappling style. Brady in his face, looking to take him to the ground. Brady's jiu-jitsu is very good. I think that his cardio is really great. I know he's coming on short notice, but I feel like he stays ready. And 4 weeks, enough. And at worst, I think the staph infection evens the playing field. I'm going to say Sean Brady gets a W over Leon Finch, but I'm really excited to hear your breakdown.
Yeah, Leon Edwards is only 33 years old. He's an incredible striker. I mean, his technical striking ability is excellent. In that green zone, in that long range, he's able to throw kicks as good as anybody. His straight punches are excellent. But the fire that it takes to be able to win at this level has to be there. And he had it coming up. He had a chip on his shoulder. He was ready to die in there coming up when he's fighting Bilal, when he was fighting Kamaru, right? He had that fire. I didn't see that fire against Bilal Muhammad. And his corner's talking to him, and you can just see him not responding. The sense of urgency was not there. So now the rumor is staph infection, and now he's fighting this fucking powerhouse grappler who has a very similar style to a Bilal Muhammad. Bilal did beat him up, but his grappling is very, very powerful, and that's the type of stuff that fatigues and seems to stress out a Leon Edwards. Now you're going to put him up against him. I think Sean Brady could take him down. I think Sean Brady could rough him up on the fence. I think it's going to be a rough night for Leon. Leon has to be on the trigger. He has to be on the trigger. He has to have a high output. His coaches are going to tell him to do this. And then as it starts to not go his way, does he have the hunger, right? Or is he going to accept that he's been there, done that, and now he just wants to cash out? I don't know. We were talking about cashing out with Kevin Holland. Here's a guy who's had the title before, who has massive paychecks every time he fights because of that. We'll see if the fire's there or not. He's in London, right? Home turf. You said short notice. I think he's been on this for like a month, right?
Sean Brady,
long time. And Sean Brady has a fatiguing style to other folks. Like, dude, when he gets a hold of you, he's very physically strong. He's very accomplished as a grappler as well. So I think that's a big problem for Leon Edwards. He's not going to, strike with Leon at distance, right? Even Nate Diaz rocked him doing that. But the worst thing for Leon is when you start taking him down, because his takedown defense is pretty good, but his urgency is not. I'm going to say Sean Brady's hungrier and gets it done because of it. Sean Brady by overwhelming him over rounds. Potential for a submission.
Odds for the fight have Sean Brady as the favorite, -155. Leon +135 is the dog. Looking at Brady to win by a decision, +165. Brady by sub all the way up at +350. I think it's a hard matchup for both guys, and I'm sure both have moments, but I think Brady gets in his face. I do think Brady can drag him to the ground and win some key grappling exchanges. Brady's jiu-jitsu is real good, like you said. I'm going to say that Sean Brady finds a way to take out Leon. Now, Leon, when he's on the outside and he's in a flow state, his striking's phenomenal. But I just think Brady's going to be in his fucking face all night. And Brady's boxing's gotten better. He's actually developed a bit of a jab. And with the gas tank, I feel like, Leon's too low output for me to feel confident in. So that's why I'm going to go Brady too, bro.
Low output and low fire. Like, bro, like, where's the urgency? So that's tough to bet on, right?
Yeah.
Got to note that. Brady's never seen the title. He's in a big, big position here. I think he can get those takedowns. And when he does, it's just going to be, it's just going to be downhill for Leon. Leon's in London. It's a must-win situation. Let's see if he shows up or not.
Let's go. And shout out our boy dropping a dono, Logan. Brady for the W. We agree, dog.
We agree. And I see some people hating on that in the chat, but that's okay, Logan. All right. We got to call it like we see it. I see a 33-year-old, 80-year-old in Leon Edwards. He is just over it. So
he's over there.
Show me. And then I'll change my mind. Until then, it's Sean Brady for the dub. Rear naked strangle.
I like it. Let's go. Finchman and I both capping the main event off with the Sean Brady pick. And I was curious to see if you'd be on that same side. I had a feeling, bro, because you've been high on Brady for a while. And I think he's really coming into his own over the past few years, man. And I feel like he's looking better every time. Age is sometimes irrelevant, right? It's all about career timings. And like you said, Leon's been there, done that. Sean Brady on the hill trying to climb to the top. And I do think he's a hungry Philadelphian. So let's go. Sean Brady for the win. I'm glad to see it, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Do it for the Eagles, Sean Brady. Sean Brady getting it done in London. Crazy, but that's where we're at. I think Sean Brady gets it done. Yeah, he didn't have a great fight against Bilal. Bilal's the fucking champ now, okay? He did have a great fight against Gilbert Burns. He did have a solid performance against Mr. Kelvin Gastelum, who he finished with a Kimura. And Kelvin Gastelum's a state champion wrestler. So it's like high school, but, can wrestle. So I think he gets it done.
Let's go. Now, what I want to do now is our Savage Parlay. I want to cook it up, man. Are you ready to go on the parlay, Finch? You feeling locked and loaded? Let's do it.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights.
Yeah. Parlay time. And the first leg's going to be Christian Leroy Duncan over to Russian. Yeah.
I'm gonna match the savagery. I'm going with Carlos Ulberg for the W, Finch. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Come on,
that makes
bro.
sense. Christian Leroy Duncan, Carlos Ulberg. I think we're in a confident place here.
That's confidence. Minus 141 if you blend the two, chalky faves together. But I think both are pulling through with savage W's. I'm happy, man, because I was like, all right, if Finch goes Ulberg, I'm going Leroy Duncan. If he goes Leroy Duncan, I'm going Ulberg. I already knew where I was at, bro. We're in the same spot. So let's go. It's a lock right there. I think so. Lock City Parlay.
I like it, AJ. That's a good combo, bro. Very good fusion right there. Folks, our parlays generally hit. All right. My locks streak has continued. I'm going for 7 weeks in a row where the lock hits, okay? You could have been a part of it for the 5th. You could have been a part of it for the 6th. Jump on the team for the 7th. I'm going to go host my most confident picks show right after this, one that AJ originally named, by the way, created. And I'm going to give you guys my 5 most confident picks for UFC London going down this weekend. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
Let's go. Check out the Finch, man. I got the link to the Finch already in the live chat. So click on the link, give him a sub, show him some love, tune into his show. It's a banging show. And I'm excited to see what he's confident in as well and see where it lines up with my confident calls. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you hit the likes on your way out and also subscribe if you're new. Yo, closing in on 46,000 subscribers. So keep it locked in on the channel. I got the daily content coming with the live streams every afternoon. A lot of the days I live stream later, but if not, it's a video or it's a podcast with the Finch man. So make sure you guys keep it locked in. I'll see you guys in the afternoon tomorrow. You guys got your late night covered with the Finch man. So make sure you tune into him for the most confident calls.
Let's run it, dude. Hey, good card this week. You got me more confident in some of my locks. You got me questioning a couple others as you usually do, but I appreciate it. This show always helps me then dig into these fights a little bit more. So appreciate your take, AJ. Folks, Moneyline's going to be back on Monday next week. We'll see you then as well.
See you then, guys. We love you. Peace out. And check out the Finch, man. Bye-bye.
Let's run it.